the Galactic Military Academy's observation deck buzzed with nervous energy as cadets from 12 different species pressed against the reinforced viewing glass. Below them, in the vast containment hangar, lay something that had sent ripples of fear through the entire station. Vexter the Eternal was coiled in the center of the bay like a mountain of obsidian scales and cosmic fury. The dragon measured nearly 200 feet from snout to tail, with wings that could eclipse small moons. His kind were ancient beyond measure, predating most spacefaring civilizations. They were also notoriously territorial, aggressive, and utterly indifferent to the concerns of lesser beings. Roman stood at the back of the group, his standard issue academy jacket rumpled as usual, his dark hair falling into his eyes. The human cadet had a reputation for being unremarkable average grades, average physical scores, average everything. The only thing remotely interesting about him was his persistent habit of befriending things that had no interest in being befriended. Attention, cadets, Commander Threll's voice crackled through the speakers. The insectoid officer's mandibles clicked anxiously. Vexter arrived 3 cycles ago after his asteroid habitat was destroyed by a mining accident. He has refused all communication, approached no one, eaten nothing. Our xenopsychologists believe he is in mourning. Kendall, standing near the front, raised her hand. The human girl was everything Roman was on top of their class, confident, with sharp green eyes that missed nothing. Commander, if he won't communicate, how do we proceed? The diplomatic protocols suggest there are no protocols for this. Cadet Kendall Threll interrupted. Cosmic dragons don't follow our rules. We're hoping simple observation will give us insights before we must make difficult decisions. Roman felt his stomach twist. He knew what difficult decisions meant. If Vexter couldn't be relocated peacefully, the station would call in the fleet. A cosmic dragon might survive a lot, but concentrated firepower from battle cruisers would eventually overwhelm even his ancient scales. The tour moved on to other sections, but Roman found himself drifting back. While the others headed to the weapons development lab, he pressed his access card to the maintenance corridor reader. Security was lighter during field trips. Nobody expected cadets to be foolish enough to breach containment protocols. The service elevator descended with agonizing slowness. Roman's heart hammered against his ribs. This was definitely against regulations. Definitely dangerous. Definitely going to get him expelled if he was caught. The hangar floor was cavernous up close. Roman's footsteps echoed off metal walls as he approached the dragon. Vexter's breathing created wind currents that rustled Roman's jacket. One massive eye, violet like a nebula, cracked open and fixed upon him. Roman stopped walking. His survival instincts screamed at him to run, but something else, something deeper kept him rooted. "Hey there," he said quietly, settling down cross-legged about 50 feet from the dragon's enormous head. "I'm Roman. I heard you lost your home. I'm really sorry about that, Violet. I now..." A rumble emerged from Vexter's chest that made the floor vibrate. "I know you probably don't care what some random human thinks," Roman continued, reaching into his jacket pocket. "And I know I'm breaking about 17 regulations being here, but everyone up there is scared of you, and I thought maybe you were scared too." He pulled out his lunch container, a simple meal of sandwiches and fruit that his mom had sent from Earth. Preserved food was a luxury on the station, a reminder of home. Roman opened the container and slid it gently across the smooth floor toward Vexter. "It's not much, probably not even a snack for someone your size, but it's all I've got, and where I come from, sharing food means something. It means you're not alone." For a long moment, nothing happened. Then, with movements surprisingly delicate for such a massive creature, Vexter extended one claw. The talon was longer than Roman was tall, sharp enough to slice through starship hulls. It hooked the container and drew it closer. The dragon's nostrils flared, scenting the offering. Then, impossibly, a sound emerged from that mountain of scales, a sound somewhere between a sigh and a song, old and sad and beautiful. "My nest, 3,000 cycles I dwelt there." The voice resonated not in the air but directly in Roman's mind, ancient and layered with grief. The small quick things came with their machines. They did not see, they did not ask, they simply destroyed. "I know," Roman whispered. "Humans have done that too. We've destroyed things we didn't understand, hurt people we didn't mean to hurt. It doesn't make it better, but you're allowed to grieve." Vexter's other eye opened, both now focused on this small, foolish human who had approached when armies kept their distance. "You are prey-sized," the dragon observed, "yet you do not flee." "Honestly, I'm terrified," Roman admitted with a shaky laugh. "But being scared doesn't mean being alone has to feel better than trying." The dragon was silent for a long moment. Then, with a sound like stone grinding, Vexter began to unfurl. His massive form shifted, creating space beside him, an invitation or perhaps a test. Roman stood on trembling legs and walked forward, close enough now to feel the heat radiating from those ancient scales. He sat down, his back against what felt like a warm mountain dot above them. Alarms began to sound. Security had finally noticed the breach, but in that moment, as Kendall burst through the hangar doors leading a team of worried officers, she stopped short. The infamous dragon, The creature that had refused all contact lay with his massive head lowered toward a human cadet who was quietly talking about Earth, about oceans and mountains, about the things he missed from home. Vexter's eyes were half closed, and if anyone had asked, they might have sworn the ancient dragon was listening. Sometimes, Kendall realized as she slowly approached with hands raised in peaceful greeting, the bravest thing wasn't following protocols or having the best training. Sometimes it was simply sharing your lunch with someone who'd forgotten what kindness felt like, and sometimes that made all the difference in the galaxy.